We're in a beautiful location with a beautiful bike. This is the Velotric Discover 2. They took the Discover 1 and made it a whole bunch better. This bike has a bunch of surprises packed into it. Let's get into it. You can set this bike up as a Class 1, Class 2, or a Class 3 e-bike. We're riding it as a Class 2 e-bike now, just how it came to us out of the box, which means you can get this bike up to 20 miles per hour, throttle only, or with pedal assist, and it's gonna cap off right there. We'll go ahead and unlock it afterwards. I just want to get a feel for the bike the way it is out of the box. You're going to be able to pedal this bike and get it where you need to go, even if you lost power. We're doing it right now. I'm in gear 1 and 0 pedal assist, and we're moving this bike. We're doing 6-7 miles per hour. We're going up a slight incline, but yeah, this bike can do it. You'll be able to pedal this bike, no problem. Flat ground and up slight inclines, you'll get where you need to go. It's just going to take you a bit longer. You're going to have 3 modes on this bike: Eco, Trail, and Boost. And each one of those modes has 5 pedal assist levels within it. So that's going to give you 15 different pedal assist levels when you're riding this bike. So you'll find your speed. So just to show you how balanced this bike is, we're riding with no hands. And you can see that this bike is doing just fine. We're going up a slight incline into a little bit of a headwind, and we're pedaling no problem. I don't recommend you ride with no hands, but I just want to show you the stability of this bike up at the front end here. So let's go ahead and show you some of the specs on this bike. There are a lot. So the 4 color options with this bike is going to be pine green, mint, stone gray, or cherry crimson. 2 sizes on this bike: the regular, which is for riders 4'11" to 5'9", and then there's going to be a large frame for riders 5'6" to 6'4". You're definitely going to have a comfortable posture when you're riding the bike with the swept back handlebars. 8-speed Shimano trigger shifter. The frame's going to be triple butted aluminum alloy. You're going to have hydraulic suspension to the front of the bike. It's going to have 80 millimeters of travel. It's going to be adjustable with lockout. 75 Newton meters of torque, 48 volt, 750 watt hub motor, and you're going to get 1100 watts at its peak. You're going to have an IPX7 rating on the battery of this bike, so this battery can be completely submerged in water up to 30 minutes without damaging the battery. So to charge the battery on the bike, you're simply going to lift up this spring-loaded waterproof latch and charge it right here. And to charge the battery off the bike, insert your key, unlock it, pops right out, and lift your battery right out. At the bottom here, there's a light to indicate how much battery power you have left, and there's even a handle at the top. So to reinsert your battery, just take the battery with your handle, lift it in position, and latch it closed. Simple as that. And for the folks with Apple phones, your bike can always be located with Apple Find My. So just like a badge of honor, there's going to be your UL certification sticker. Plastic pedals with reflectors. So it's always nice to see the kickstand to the rear of the bike. This way it's not in the way when you're backing the bike up and getting caught on the pedals. You're going to have Samsung or LG cells. You're going to charge the bike with a 48 volt, 3 amp hour fast charger. The Velotric Discover 2 has been upgraded to a torque sensor. You're going to have a whole bunch of stuff going on with the control pad on this bike. You're going to have your power button up at the top, your left and right turn signals. The M button is going to get you into your settings. The plus or minus button will control the pedal assist level up or down. If you long press the up button, it'll turn on the headlight. If you long press the down button, it'll put the bike into a walking mode. If you press the bottom button here, it's going to cycle you through the different pedal modes: Eco, Trail, or Boost. If you long press it for 3 seconds while riding, it'll engage your cruise control. You even have a Type-C charger port on the bike. Just below that, you're going to have a thumb throttle, which is engaged by pushing it in. So you're going to have a ton of information that shows up on this display. You're going to see your battery strength, what mode the bike's in, whether your light's on, your speed, your pedal assist levels, And if you click on the M button, you'll cycle through the different information at the bottom, like your odometer, your total time, your trip distance, your trip time, your average speed, your max speed. You're even going to see how many calories you burned and how much CO you saved. So there's a whole lot going on with the control panel and more. So you have a ton of options on this menu, and it's a video in itself, but let's just show you some of what you can change. So simply hold down the M button to get into the settings, and you can do things like reset your trip data, your ride mode, your speed limit, your screen brightness, your auto power on off, your auto lights, your rear light mode, your throttle limit, your cruise control on or off, connection to the app, Apple Find My, setting the bike to miles per hour or kilometers with set unit, and the version information on the bike. And you can dig into each one of these settings and make changes to them. And like I said, that could be a completely different video. There's a whole bunch in there that can happen. The bike comes at 20 miles per hour max speed out of the box, but if you go into the settings here, you can go in and change your speed limit and increase it like I did here to 28. So you can make this bike a class 1, 2, or 3 in the settings. You can even remove the throttle to accommodate the class 1 setting. Tektro hydraulic disc brakes with 180 millimeter rotors. You have 3 modes on the bike and 5 different pedal assist levels for each. Shimano Altus derailleur, a nice bright front light, so you're going to have tail lights and brake lights. I set my tail lights to blink when I'm riding, and then when I hit the brake, they go solid. Turn signals left and right. The water resistance level on this bike is IPX6 rated. Velotric says throttle only, you'll get up to 60 miles, and in pedal assist, you'll get 75. I'm sure that's going to be with a light rider on flat ground with no wind. So you're going to have some nice 27.5 inch by 2.4 inch wide Kenda tires that are puncture resistant with a nice street tread on them. So these are some pretty comfortable grips, and there's a nice flat spot to rest your hand, and I really like that they lock to the inside. You have a bell. It's really nice that this bike comes with an adjustable aluminum stem. You really can find your comfort in the pitch of the handlebars. So the saddle looks pretty wide. It's smooth, firm with some decent padding. 30.9 millimeter seat post with a quick release. The bike comes standard with front and rear metal fenders. The back rack comes standard with the bike. The Discover 2 weighs 63 pounds. The max load on this bike is 440 pounds. So you can have a little bit more peace of mind up at the front of the bike knowing it has a through axle. So the ISO standard on this bike is 4210, and the UL certification is 2849. So if there are specs or features that are important to you that I didn't mention here today, check out the Velotric website for more detailed information. So on pedal assist level 0, you won't have any throttle. As soon as you progress into the different pedal assist levels, the throttle will have a different speed for each. So from boost, let's test our 0 to 20 speed throttle only and see what we get here. Pedal assist level 5, here we go. 7, 10, 15 miles an hour, 18 miles an hour, 19, 20. So that was 20 miles an hour. So that's pretty good. So in all fairness, I'm 5'11", 265 pounds. So this bike has its work cut out for it. Let's go ahead and check the GPS and see how fast this bike is really going. 12:12, 14:14, 15:15, 17:17, 18:18, 19:19, so 20:20. So this bike is spot on. This bike is doing exactly what it says it is. So if you're going 28 miles per hour on this bike, you're really going 28 miles per hour. So we're going to use trail as an example, but with the torque sensor, whether you're in pedal assist level 1 or 5, you'll be able to get the bike up to speed, and I'll demonstrate that for you now. So pedaling with the torque sensor in trail on pedal assist level 1, here we go. So I'm standing right up on that pedal, and we're doing 10, 14, 15, 17, 19, there's 20. So about 13 seconds to get the bike up to 20 miles per hour. Let's go ahead and try it again. This time we'll go to pedal assist level 5 and show you the difference. So from trail, pedal assist level 5, here we go. Standing right up on them. 10, 15, 18, 20. So I think that was like 7 seconds. So that's just going to show you the difference. With the torque sensor, you're going to be able to get the bike up to speed. In this example, 20 miles per hour, whether you're in pedal assist level 1 or 5. It's just you're going to get there a bit quicker in pedal assist level 5. So I'm going to show you the throttle only in Eco, Trail, and Boost, and show you throttle only how fast this bike goes in the different pedal assist levels. Here we go, Eco. Throttle only, we're doing 10, 11, 14, almost 15. Pedal assist level 2, we're doing 16, 17. Pedal assist level 3, we're doing 19, 20. Pedal assist level 4, we're doing 21, 22, 23, 24. Pedal assist level 5, 25, 26, 27, 28. So there you have it. The 5 different pedal assist levels, 1 through 5. From Eco. From Trail, here we go. Pedal assist level 1, the bike's doing 10, 13, 15. And pedal assist level 2, it's going 17, 18, and 3. It's doing 19, 20, 21, and 4. It's doing 22, 23, 24, 25, and 5. It's doing 26, 27, 28. Let's go ahead and try it from Boost. Pedal assist level 1, 15 miles an hour. Level 2, 16, 17, 19. Level 3, 21, 22, 23. Level 4, 25, 26. Level 5, 27, 28. There you have it. So whether you're in Eco, Tour, or Boost, pedal assist level 1 through 5 are going to be very similar speeds. That's good to know. But I do like the fact that pedal assist level 1 has a different throttle only speed than pedal assist level 5. We are going to do a brake test here. We're going to hit our brakes as soon as we hit this line here, and each one of these parking spaces is 9 feet. Let's get going. 20 miles per hour, and let's see how this bike brakes. And here we go. Let's get it to 20 and slam on them brakes. 10, 15, 16, 18, 19, there's 20. Okay. Well, I can smell that rubber. These tires are soft. We'll nail another 20 mile an hour brake test, and then we'll do one at 25 as well. Here we go. 12, 13, 17, 18, 19, and there's 20. Okay, so it looks like about 3 parking spaces. Let's go ahead and test that out at 25 miles per hour. 15, 17, 20, 23, 24, there's 25. Okay, just under 4. So about 3 parking spaces at 20 miles an hour and 4 at 25. That's going to give you an idea how this bike brakes at 20 and 25 miles an hour. So let's take this bike off-road. Here you can see it handles perfectly fine. We're going through some mud and some nasty stuff, and this bike is doing a fine job. And it is muddy. You can see we're riding this bike through this mud, no problem. This bike is not an off-road trail kind of bike, but guess what? If you had to go off-road, you can. The 2.4 wide inch tires on this bike help you from sinking into the mud and gravel and keeps the bike steady. Now be careful, these are street tires on this bike. You could always get yourself more of an aggressive tire if you feel you're going to be doing that often. But if you have to cut through the woods or a dirt trail for some reason, this bike can do it, and I've been doing it. So at the end of the day, I'm comfortable riding this bike. I don't have to worry about getting caught in the rain. I don't have to worry about if the battery dies, because I can get this bike home and the water isn't going to affect it. With the IPX rating of 7 on the battery and 6 on the bike, you don't have to worry about it getting wet. Matter of fact, a buddy of mine, Scott Hardesty, he reviews e-bikes as well, and he's out of Chicago. He actually completely submerged the bike, did a dunk test. So check his video out, and I'll link it in the description. And if you haven't subscribed to his channel, go ahead and do it, because he does some really honest, detailed reviews. So I bet you didn't think you can bring your bike to the car wash, but you can. You can take it to any self-serve car wash like this and keep it clean. IPX6 rated bike, you can wash it. Who said a car wash was just for cars? I've not tested this out, so hopefully this bike starts right back up for us. Let's take a peek in the battery compartment, see if any water got in there. So a tiny bit of water got in there, not much, but just want to make sure that it's dried off. Snap our battery back on. So right now we have the moment of truth. Let's see if the Velotric Discover 2 powers up. Go ahead and press that top button. Beautiful. Put on our headlight. So there you have it, folks. Take your bike, enjoy it, and wash it. I just power washed this bike at a car wash with a high pressure hose, drenched it completely. It started right back up, and not one squeak. You can't tell that I power washed this bike other than the fact that it looks brand new again. This has to be probably the smoothest torque sensor bike I've ever ridden. When you're pedaling, it's assisting you, and it's not just giving you a free ride. If you want a free ride, you can hit your throttle. But this is a torque sensor, and it feels much more natural. So when I'm just pedaling along here at a slower speed, putting minimal effort in, the bike's giving me a little bit of motor. If I crank down on the pedal, I can actually feel the motor assisting me. So the more aggressive I get, the more aggressive the motor gets. And that's the definition of a torque sensor. I wanted to pull over and switch the tail light. You can see it's solid. I want to switch it to where it flashes. So let's go into the settings and switch that up. So we go down to rear light mode. Okay, we want it flashing when we're riding, so let's see how that works. Select that, power up our light. I like that light flashing while I'm riding so cars see me. And then when I brake, it goes solid. That's perfect, because quite honestly, no one's gonna be riding up on your tail that they're gonna need to see you braking, but I want them to see me when they're coming. So that's perfect right there. I love the options. I'm on this busy road, I pull over, I switch the function of my rear brake light. So I love those options. Let's go ahead and engage our cruise control. If you hold down this bottom button here for 3 seconds where my thumb is, it'll engage the cruise control. So 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000, and there it is. That little indicator up at the top shows you that cruise control is engaged. To turn it off, switching into a different pedal assist level, but the brakes will also turn it off. As soon as you touch one of your brakes, that'll turn off the cruise control as well. I like that you have to hold a button down to engage cruise control, because on some bikes you just go a certain speed for a certain amount of time and the bike automatically puts you in cruise control, and I feel like that's not the safest way to do it, because it kind of catches you off guard sometimes. You could be riding the bike and just cruising along, and then all of a sudden you're not realizing you're on cruise control and you're not hitting your brake when you should be. So I really like the way they did the cruise control on this bike. Don't forget to set up the Velotric app. You can log your rides and do a whole bunch more with this thing. So shows our battery percent there. We can go into our bike settings. We can put it on Eco, Trail, Boost. We can set our screen brightness, our speed limit. So if you want the bike to go quicker, you can bump it right up to 28 miles per hour. Whether or not you want the bike to auto power off and how long. Your auto lights, your cruise control, you could toggle that on and off. Throttle limit, your miles or kilometers, and then you can always check it for a firmware update. There's so much more you can do with the app. You just have to kind of go through it and have a little bit of fun with it. So just traveling with this bike, I can tell you it's just an all-around smooth bike. They put a lot of effort into this bike, and you can tell. I'm impressed with how the bike came, how it appeared, the labeling on it, the outside of the box, the inside of the box, the tags that were on the bike, all the things that you want to know right from day one are at your fingertips, including the settings for the display, and it's all on the handlebars. You're not going to have to search for any of that information. So when you're riding this bike, you're in an upright position, and you're very comfortable. The posture that you have is sitting straight up, and your handlebars are swept back, and you could basically move these handlebars in any position you like. It's easy to ride, and it's an eye pleaser. It's a sharp looking bike. The technology that went into the Discover 2 is second to none. You have a wide display that looks really good. 15 different pedal assist levels. You have cruise control. You have customization for the rear taillights, 3 different settings. You have Apple Find My. I mean, just riding around on this bike, I go, what else would you add to it? You know, maybe a suspension seat post or a rear suspension. I mean, that would be it. This bike has it all going on. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not just saying this, Velotric did it right. They're gonna have a hard time one-upping this bike. That's how good I think they did with it. Okay, that's gonna wrap this one up for the test ride and review of the Velotric Discover 2 e-bike. And I'll be honest with you, this bike did not disappoint me at all. As a matter of fact, I'm amazed at everything that they packed into this bike. And if you're interested in purchasing one of these bikes, there'll be links in the description for you to do so. Doesn't cost you a penny more, and it certainly supports the channel. So like always, ride safe, have fun, see ya.